Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Today, I want to take a moment and talk to you on the subject matter We the People's Campaign for 2024. And I really was led to talk to you on that subject tonight because today I went through a couple of experiences. I went to U-Pool. U-Pool, for those of you who might not know it, is a place where cars have been abandoned or people's cars, they traded them in or they don't run anymore. And they are collected in a particular location called U-Pool. There are several places around. It's a business, so it's no throwaway. And these guys recycle these parts, and you get a chance to get parts cheaper than you would if you have to go to the store. You got to work to get them. In some places, they've already pulled them off, and they will sell them to you cheaper than you getting them at the store, but more than you pulling them off yourself. So that's a good business. So I went there to get some brake pads. Usually, when you can't afford your stuff, that's where you'll go. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know that the pains and sufferings that I speak about all the time, I know exactly what I'm talking about because I feel them every day. And in fact, I had another situation what I was dealing with, and that's my sink. I got a double sink, and for some strange reason, the stopper for the one side is missing. So finally, I decided to go and get one. And where did I go? And what did I do? I went to the dollar store. Why? Because I'm cheap. And I took the dollar store stop and stuck it in. And when I got ready to take it out, the puller came off. Now I got a stopper stuck in there. A cheap. Yeah, it cost $1.25. You know the dollar store prices went up. Used to would have been $1. Yeah, I went there. They sell them because they know there are people out there who can't afford stoppers. So they figure it don't last anyway. They don't care. Just make some, get the money. That's all it's about anyway, the money. Nobody cares about the people. I'm sure you know that. In fact, I was out there a moment ago preparing to make this presentation, and I stopped out there. I got a Buick out there. It's a 2010. To me, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But the owner, my wife, was driving it one day and it sparked some fire. Find out that the engine was kind of shot. And so it requires some work. You know what it means, to get that car fixed, get the engine fixed, and have that steel car, you got yourself a real nice car. But if you thinking that this car might just cause some additional problems, and you might think, well, you may want to get another car so you don't have to get caught up in that. And yet, at the same time, it could be so simple. For me, if I had some money to fix that car, so then I can get around. Don't mean I can't get around now. I got a 2004 Chevy. Baby need a battery and a tag. But sometimes you don't have the money, so you just sit there and wait. But the reason that I wait, ladies and gentlemen, is because I talk. I speak every day about changing the society. Changing the society so there won't be no poverty around here anymore. And I speak on it because I mean it and I'm serious about it. And I let that stuff stay out there because that motivates me to tell you as long as I see it, I know I'm reminded that something got to be done. And what you see out here with me is just a small part of what's going on. And what is the reason? I don't have the money. Why do other people have these same problems? They don't have the money. Why? We live in a system that says in order to do anything, you got to have some money. If you don't have that money, and you got somebody controlling whether you can get that money or not, don't even let me go there. Let me just get on back to what I was talking about. Look, there are minor problems that many of us have. Those things that I was mentioning, especially if you like me. We can't afford it, so we become what we call jack of all trades. I don't like it, and as I mentioned a moment ago, I want to do something about it. And in doing something about it, I'm thinking and I'm saying it's time for change. I want you to know you are my American family, and I want you to stop. I want you to look. I want you to listen, and I want you to think. We, as a nation of people, are messed up. We are divided politically. We're divided racially. We're divided economically. We're divided spiritually. Now this, I don't like it, and I want to do something about it. Not only that, I'm going to do something about it. Now, as bad as it gets, your chosen politicians sold us all out. The pain and suffering we endure, the attacks on everything decent, and now for the preservation and maintenance of the status quo, evil is willing to continue the murderous path it's on, killing people whether they're shopping, killing them whether they're worshipers, killing them whether they're at a concert, and now a continuation of killing our most precious joy, our children. In spite of all that's going on, there seems to be no relief in sight. Politicians on the Republican side are liars, they're heartless, hypocrites, nothing to offer. Yet they expect the American people, who are very dissatisfied with this government, to go to the polls and, like an insane person, vote for a Republican. But what really do the Democrats have to offer? Sure, they're not as heartless as the Republicans, but will the pain, will the suffering still remain? It always has. So as we, the public, look ahead at 22 and 24, all we see is more confusion, increased pain and suffering. And can you believe it? A man as shameless as number 45 believes Americans are insane enough to give him another chance to destroy this country. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow American family, I propose that we act a little angelic. Let us consider a system change. Let us consider the best humanly possible. Let us, the people, fix our country. Use America for all the people. Now, there are three things that must be accomplished in a vision such as this. One, it must produce peace, prosperity, freedom, and joy, dreams fulfilled for every American citizen. Number two, it must guarantee to every American citizen unlimited, unrestricted food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, infrastructure, and my friends, for every American citizen. Number three, careers of choice for every citizen. And as ownership in what is established, all the things that are established for every citizen. This is what I want to make clear. This thing I really want to make clear. Listen up. The indication here is that every individual in this country, everybody that would benefit from the changes, everybody that would benefit from anything in this country, play a part in that process of causing what we will benefit from to exist. Now, each of us got a gift, and that gift is our special gift. That gift is the gift that gives us our greatest joy. This is how we know it is our special gift. And in doing that, we have our joy. And the benefits from doing it is more than money could ever give you. What is it doing? It's making you part owner in everything that exists. It doesn't matter whether you're an engineer or whether you're cleaning a toilet. It doesn't matter whether you are whatever big shot administrator you want to be, teacher, whatever, or whether you're watching somebody's kids. It makes you entitled to any and every part of the thing of life that we as a people have created that you might want. It enables you to benefit from the highest order of whatever your mind will take you to. This is what I'm speaking about in being angelic. We have lived in hell too long. I know we've been living in hell too long. Look at my hair and look at my beard. I've been living in it 70-some years. And I know this stuff is not new. This is just some repeated stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to change unless we the people change it. And if anybody told you that God was going to change it, they were lying to you. If God changes it, it's because God lives in you and you take care of God's business while you claiming God. And then it will change. So this is what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen. Allow the God that lives in some of us. Who are they? They are the ones that's dying. They are the ones that's being killed because they say we are not going to put up with pain and suffering for our sisters and brothers. We're not going to walk around talking about we know a God and following the devil and complaining. We're not going to continue to complain. We're going to do something about it. We're going to get off our butts and do something about it. And I know we got to stand against the world because the whole blasted world, especially in America, we might be upset with what's going on, but we have accepted what's going on in America as the American way. And you think they're going to be ready to change just because you set up and this stuff sound good? I think that they're going to be willing to change because this stuff sounds good? Heck no, they're not going to be willing to do it. But why am I doing it? I'm doing it because it's what I'm supposed to do. And what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be obedient to the power that keeps me here. The power that put breath through my body. The power that caused my heart to beat when it should have been gone. I stand here. I ain't worried about nothing because I know whatever happened to me, I might be saying, ooh, I don't want to go that way, but I guarantee you whatever way I go, God will take care of me. Always have. Never turning back. Oh, Lord, forgive me for saying he. All I know, God is power. And because of that, I find myself sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, talking to you. Now, listen. These are the thoughts I want to spread across this country for 2024. And I want to use 22 to get you to vote for people who wants America and Americans to experience the best life possible. I want you to vote for people who got a heart, people who care. So that means you will have to take control, and we the people lead. It's not hard if we want from the same things that we have, no problem. Now, this is not my project. This is a we people project. Now, this project will need the support of all the geniuses out there who are tired and recognize what's going on and want to play a role in something better. And there is nothing much better than being angelic. Now, let me just say this in clarity. The reason that I speak the things that I do speak, ladies and gentlemen, is because I believe that everybody is important. I have learned that. And I know that everybody wants life. Everybody wants to live, as far as my understanding goes. And everybody wants the best things out of life, as far as my understanding goes. Now, most people don't really want to cause pain and suffering to others. They just want to get along. But some people don't care. They will cause pain and suffering. But it is my contention that if they recognize that the buffet is not going to run dry, and there's nothing set aside because you are, and you know it, and everybody else knows it, for we are, then we don't have to go through those kinds of things. So when I say food, clothing, shelter, and education and health care for everybody, I know that everybody needs that. I know everybody wants it, especially if they get in a situation where they're going to call on it. Transportation, infrastructure, those things, everybody needs that. I do know, as I mentioned a moment ago, that everybody wants to live in peace, prosperity, freedom, and those kinds of things. You want that. And you want to live and knowing that what I just mentioned can happen. And the way I see it happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that I know this earth wasn't made by me or you. I know that all this earth is able, I'm talking long, but I just want to get it clear. I know that all this earth is able to produce, and provide, comes from a power not you or me. It's here. And what is it here for? It's here for anybody that can use it. Now, we create systems that determine how we want to use them. Everybody does that. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong if you create a system that says somebody's left out? And if you say you got to create a system so people got to hustle to mean whatever you want it to mean, and hustling that's not going to get them anywhere, you got to step out the way, brother, especially if somebody else knows a better way. And if what we've been doing, you damn sure it's got to be a better way than this. Yes, there's got to be a better way than this. So I'm saying that we the people got to take care of this. Now, I can tell you this, but I am not an organizer. I mean, all the works, all of the things, intricate things that's involved in making these necessary changes within a government or even presenting it to the people is going to require some special uniqueness. And you, the people, got the talent. But I'm calling you out of those crevices. I'm calling you out of whatever you're doing, and telling you need to get busy. We got to get ready to change our society. I don't want to die and leave you here in the same mess. I want to walk out of this thing saying, hey, it's all right. I did a good job. You ain't got to say nothing. I just want to walk out here feeling like that. But I want you to know that I don't care what I want to do, how much I want it. I can't do nothing unless you say okay. You got to say okay. Why do you think God keep you living in this hell? Because he's not going to let you come out here unless you say it's okay. As long as you okay with this hell, you're going to stay in this hell. You're going to stay here as long as you're okay with it. And there's but one way to show that you're tired of it. That's turn around and step out of it. You can't talk about somebody going to get you out. You can't say you hope somebody going to get you out. You got to turn your tail around and step out. And I guarantee you, every step you make is going to be taking you out. And if somebody say they going to do something to you to hurt you, I want to tell you something. You're on a path that gives you your greatest delight. And anybody coming to do anything with it just grows inside of you with true love and joy that comes from God. And can't nobody give it to you, and can't nobody take it away. I tell you what I know. I'm not telling you what I read or talked about or heard about. I'm telling you what I know. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was just going to talk to you about a minute or two, but I ended up getting, as you see, and I'm thinking I'm going to stop here. And I want to thank you so very much for giving me your time. The subject matter, again, is we, the people, this campaign for 2024. Thank you so very much.